Hi there, my name is Barb Owen of HowToGetCreative.com, and this is another episode of What Is. Today we're going to talk about what are scribble sticks. So I'm going to show them to you. Scribble sticks are a pigment stick created by Dina Wakley and Ranger, the Ranger Company, and they are just a really interesting pigment stick that is water soluble, but it does not have wax in it. They came out with these early in the year 2017, so that's in January, I think it was, of 2017. And these are the colors that they currently have available as of this filming: ruby, magenta, tangerine, lemon, sky, lime, turquoise. This one is blackberry, night, umber, black, and white. So this is the color palette they have available right now. As I said, they are a water-soluble pigment stick, but they don't have wax in them, so that makes them kind of interesting. I have swatched them out. This is in a watercolor swatch book that I made. This is not very good watercolor paper, so better paper, you might actually get better results, but this is what I had available, and so this is how I swatched them. So this is magenta, ruby, this is tangerine, lemon, this is turquoise, this is lime, missed that one, this is turquoise, and this is sky, and night, and blackberry, umber, black, and then I even swatched the white, which of course you can't tell. And then I went over them and just made a mark in black and white on each one of them. And you might or might not be able to see that. Let's see. So right here, you can see that there is a black line. That's the black scribble stick, and this is the white scribble stick next to it. Just so that you can see, so I could see how they reacted with each other color-wise. They're highly water soluble. They blend it out very nicely on even this cheap watercolor paper. And so I was excited to see, what I did. What else could I do with them? So I used a piece of acrylic, matte, I'll get it in a minute, mixed media paper. And on that, I've just put some acrylic paint. And then on top of this, I scribbled with the scribble sticks, and that's all I've done here. So we'll do a few more of those. So this is acrylic paint, so we'll just scribble. And so the scribble sticks work really nicely on top of acrylic paint, which is really neat. It's really nice that they do that. Now, you can leave them like that, or you can use water with them. So if you want to use water, this is a water brush. And if you blend too much, you're going to blend them away. I did find that out. And they are going to continue, if you continue getting them wet, they are going to continue moving around. They are not permanent when dry. They do reactivate very easily on top of this acrylic paint. But it's a fun look. They're fun to use, and just see what they can do. So they mark easily on top of acrylic paint. Not everything does that. And here another, just a little example. This was just scribbling. This is the same color, just a section of the same paper, and I just simply scribbled, but I was more careful that I didn't use quite as much water, and so I maintained a little bit more of the integrity of the lines than I did here. So it's all a matter of practice and playing around. Now, I also tried in my journal, this is a Diane Reevely square format art journal, and what I did on this, and I know you can hardly see it because it's manila colored paper, but I scraped some white gesso on this side. So this is just white, the Dina Wakley white gesso. It could be any white gesso. I just randomly scraped some on there. And then I scribbled some of the scribble sticks on top of that and wet them. And interestingly, all of the scribble stick disappeared from the gesso and then stuck to the paper behind. So it looks like I put the gesso on the top, which is not what I did. So let's add a few more colors to this, just because we can. So we'll use some magenta, if I can get it out of the box. That's one of the things that I find a little irritating about the box, is that sometimes it's a little challenging to get them out. But one of the things I do like is there's a little ledge down here at the end of the box, and so you can prop them up right on that little ledge, and that makes them really convenient for getting out of the box. Once you get them out, you got a way to keep them out. Okay, so let's just put some magenta. So I'm going to scribble a pretty heavy coat. This was not very heavy, so we're going to go heavier this time. This one is blackberry. And this one is night. And then what I've got is just a bucket that has some water and a clean paintbrush. So this, I'm using more pigment than I did on this other side. So you can see now that I'm getting a lot more color. And it's even staining that gesso. So it's all about playing and learning what the product will do. I've also used these on wood, and that was a really fun way to use those. I do a live stream every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and I did a whole video on wood burning, where they were just fun little wood burning houses, and I stained them with the scribble sticks. So you can look that up here on my channel if you'd like. On this side, what I did was I put some clear gesso, and again I did the same thing. I just randomly scraped it down, so no even application of the gesso, just kind of randomly scraped it down. You can see it showing through there. And I used the same colors. On this side it was the lime and turquoise and sky, and I might be able to tell that you can see a little bit more of it here. But I'm going to use the same three colors I used on the part with the white gesso, and let's put some water on here. So part of it, I do believe, depends on the strength of the pigment. These are darker colors. I have to tell you, I do love them. I do love the scribble sticks. I like what they do. I like how they're different than anything else I have, and so it's fun. It really is fun to see how they're going to behave. So this is white gesso here. This is clear gesso over here. Interesting difference, huh? So let me show these to you a little closer so you can see the difference. So this is on the clear gesso side. So this is the clear gesso. These are the lighter colors, and I did not apply them as heavily as I did here. So this is the clear gesso with magenta, blackberry, and night. So you can see the gesso, the clear gesso in the background somewhat. Not as much as you can over here with the white gesso. So those are the colors, the lime, turquoise, and sky. And over here is the magenta, blackberry, and night. So interesting the way that they stain the gesso, but they wrote right over it, no problem there. But interesting to see how they behave. So yeah, those are scribble sticks. Pigment sticks, no wax, and when you feel them against the surface of your paper, there's absolutely no wax because there's none in it. So it's just it's a really interesting pigment. I'm really having fun playing around with them. As I said, I used them on wood. I did seal them when I was finished, And that was just a complete experiment to see whether they would work on wood or not. I really like them. I think they're really fun to use over acrylic paint, and you can get some interesting effects there or there. Use them on just a pretty much a raw journal page that I just scraped some gesso on, and you get some interesting effects. You just have to play with them and see what they'll do. So I'm looking forward to experimenting with them even more. So right now there are 12 colors, I believe. Let's check. Yep, 12 colors. I'm hoping they come out with more because I really do like them. I'm looking forward to that. I hope they do. So yeah, Ranger and Dina Wakely. Did I say Diane Reevely earlier? These are Dina Wakely. I'm using the Diane Reevely journal and Dina Wakely pigment sticks, known as Scribble Sticks. So if I mixed that up earlier, apologies. Anyway, that's it for me. So what are Scribble Sticks? They're a lot of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed playing around with them with me today just a little bit. And I hope you get some Scribble Sticks and have some fun too. So come on over to HowToGetCreative.com, where we have lots and lots of videos and classes of all different kinds. We'd love to have you join us over there. Remember to get creative today, because you know it's easy. And I'll see you next time.